There's a doctor in your city right now who cannot retire. Not because she didn't earn enough. She earned plenty. We're talking 300, maybe $400,000 a year for decades. She cannot retire because almost all of it is gone. And here's the part that should bother you. She has no idea where it went. This isn't a cautionary tale about one person making bad decisions. This is a pattern, a very predictable, very preventable pattern that plays out across high income households every single day. And if nobody has sat you down and explained why it happens, that's what we're doing today. I'm going to show you the exact reason high earners stay financially stuck and the one shift that actually changes the outcome. It's not complicated, but it is counterintuitive. And that's precisely why most people miss it. Let's kill a myth right out of the gate. Most people operate with a belief so deeply ingrained, they've never even questioned it. The belief is this: a higher income automatically leads to greater wealth. It sounds logical, it feels logical, but it is completely wrong. Here's the data. The Federal Reserve's survey of consumer finances has tracked this for decades. Households earning over $200,000 a year carry an average of over $50,000 in non-mortgage debt. Bankruptcy filings are not rare among six-figure earners, and financial advisors will quietly tell you, if you can get them to be honest, that some of their most financially precarious clients are also among their highest earners. The NFL puts this in a spotlight most people don't want to look at. Sports Illustrated famously reported that within 2 years of retirement, 78% of NFL players are either bankrupt or under serious financial stress. These are people who made millions, multiple millions, in some cases, tens of millions. So income clearly isn't the answer. If it were, this wouldn't be possible. The answer, and this is where it gets interesting, is the gap. Wealth is not built by how much you earn. It is built by the difference between what you earn and what you spend multiplied by time. That's it. That's the whole equation. And a surprising number of high earners have a gap so small it's almost invisible. So if income isn't the problem, what is? Allow me to introduce the villain of this story. Its name is lifestyle inflation, and it is hands down the most elegant financial trap ever designed, because it doesn't feel like a trap at all. It feels like a reward. Here's how it works. You get a raise. So you upgrade your car payment, you move into a nicer apartment, you start eating out more because you've earned it. You take a better vacation. Your wardrobe gets a little more expensive. Your subscriptions multiply. Your Amazon cart gets less edited. None of these decisions feel reckless. Each one individually is completely reasonable. You worked hard. You deserve a comfortable life. That's not wrong. But here's what lifestyle inflation is doing quietly in the background. Every time your income goes up, your expenses follow it, almost immediately. And the gap stays exactly the same. Sometimes it gets smaller. Think of it this way. Imagine you're filling a bathtub with the faucet on full blast, but the drain is open at almost the same rate the water is coming in. The tub never fills. It doesn't matter how hard the faucet is running. The math doesn't work. High earners have a very powerful faucet, but lifestyle inflation is a very efficient drain. And the cruelest part? Lifestyle inflation is socially encouraged. Your peer group earns what you earn. The neighborhood you moved into has a certain aesthetic expectation. The car in the driveway sends a signal. Nobody around you is suggesting you underspend your income. Quite the opposite. The system is not designed to help you build wealth. It's designed to help you spend it. I've spent years working inside financial institutions, watching how money actually moves at scale, not the glossy version you see marketed to consumers, the actual operational reality. And one of the things that becomes clear very quickly when you're sitting inside that world is how much of the financial services industry is built around one core behavior: getting you to spend. Credit products are engineered to make spending frictionless. Marketing is designed to normalize consumption at every income level. The moment your income increases, you become a more attractive customer, not because they want to help you save more, but because you have more to spend. I'm not saying this to be cynical. I'm saying it because understanding the environment you're operating in is the first step to making intentional decisions inside it. The people who build real wealth, and I've seen the data on both sides of this, are not people who earn dramatically more than everyone else. They are people who make a deliberate, almost boring decision to protect their gap, to treat the difference between income and expenses as something sacred, something that doesn't get negotiated away every time life gets a little more expensive. They automate their investments before lifestyle has a chance to absorb the money. They increase their savings rate every time their income increases, before their expenses have a chance to follow. It sounds simple, and it is simple. It is just not easy, because everything around you is pulling in the opposite direction. So what does the fix actually look like? It comes down to one concept: the savings rate, not the dollar amount you save. Instead, it's the percentage of your income that never touches your lifestyle. Here's why the percentage matters more than the number. A person earning $50,000 who saves 20% is building wealth faster than a person earning $200,000 who saves 5%. The math is straightforward. The discipline is not. The target most financial research points to for meaningful wealth accumulation is somewhere between 15 and 25% of gross income saved and invested consistently over time. For high earners, there's actually an argument for going higher, because the lifestyle expectations associated with high income tend to be expensive, and Social Security replacement rates are proportionally lower at higher income levels. But here's the practical move, and this one is simple enough to do this week. Every time your income goes up, split the increase. Half goes to lifestyle, half goes directly to savings and investment, automated before you see it, and more importantly, before you spend it. You still get the reward of earning more, but you also close the drain. This is called a savings rate escalation strategy, and it is boring. It will not go viral. Nobody is going to make a movie about the person who quietly automated an additional 2% into their index funds every time they got a raise. But in 20 years, that person has options that the high earner with the beautiful house and the car payment and the lifestyle that grew alongside every raise simply does not have. Options are what we're actually building toward here, not a number. Options. The doctor I mentioned at the beginning of this video isn't a cautionary tale about someone who failed. She did everything society told her to do. She worked hard, she earned well, she enjoyed her life. What nobody told her, what most people are never told, is that earning well and building wealth are two completely different games, with two completely different sets of rules. The good news is the rules aren't complicated. Protect the gap, automate the savings, escalate the rate when your income grows. Give compound interest the time it needs to do its job. That's the whole playbook. It's not glamorous, but it works. And it works whether you're earning $50,000 or $500,000. If you want to put some real structure around this, I'll put a link below to a resource that makes the planning side of this a lot more practical. It's something I put together specifically for people who want to stop guessing and start building with intention. If this gave you something to think about, subscribe. We're building something here worth following, and I'll see you next week.